You guys, I've worn underwear all my life.
For real?
No.
That's surprising.
Okay,
But when I do wear underwear, dude, these Mack Weldons I got, holy shit, they're so comfortable.
So soft.
It's almost as if I'm not wearing underwear, really.
So you feel like you're a natural habitat.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you right now, in terms of underwear, it's legit. Mack Weldon for daily wear.
I hope it's daily wear. I hope it's not like bi-monthly.
Sometimes you don't use it. You know what I mean?
Bi-weekly?
Well, he's been wearing it for 5 straight days.
5 days in a row.
Okay, so
same pair, but it's great.
His balls love it.
Okay.
Awesome,
Hey, baby,
guys.
your headset.
Guys, go check out Mack Weldon. Actually, me and George have been wearing it as well. George, how's
Oh, I got the shorts. They're the comfiest shorts
second.
ever.
short. What?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I got the shorts. They're the comfiest things ever. I wore them, I think, for a week straight, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So you pulled a Bobby.
Yeah.
Well, I wore mine today. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna kind of moon the audience. There it is. If you're on camera, what it does make someone who has, I don't want to use the word micro penis, but just a miniature penis. It does accentuate the balls and the shaft. So that's why I love Mack Weldon.
Can I tell you I like it?
Oh, did you get it as well?
Yeah. I especially like the looseness of where the dick and balls would be. But
What I hate about it,
I love wearing men's briefs in general, and I always steal Bobby's. But these ones are extremely soft and really, really flattering on women because it has a thick band on it, and it's very slimming. So I like to cheat. And
So what Claude's basically trying to say is, if you're a man, get these so your girl can wear them as well.
yeah, dual function.
So make sure you go to MackWeldon.com and get 20% off using the promo code
Belly.
Belly. We're going with Belly. MackWeldon.com. Get 20% off using the promo code Belly. Get your underwear. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. What do you think of that, man?
Was that Wade in the water?
Yes.
Wow.
What the fuck did you say?
Wade in the water.
Yes, that's what it is. You look very nice today.
Thank you
with
so
your
much.
hair.
I came from a premiere.
What premiere?
It's called The Sun on AMC. I saw Pierce Bronson. I rubbed his shoulder.
Yo, was that over there at the ArcLight?
The ArcLight.
When
Yeah.
Elizabeth was there.
Oh, who's that?
Yeah.
Elizabeth Taylor?
The one that the
girl
girl that plays my girl on Love.
Oh.
Is she on The Sun?
Yeah. She's on
Fuck
this
that.
one.
Wait, why
No,
would
fuck
you
it, because we have a fucking guest.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna fucking talk about that no more.
That's true.
All right?
That's
You fucking fancy ass Asian dude.
Take care.
Okay. You guys, I really believe that this is the best guest we've had on TV. I do. I believe it.
This is not what you want to hear.
Yeah. A lot of expectations. No, dude, I'm telling you right now, dude, it's like, you learn, you meet people, you connect, you work, you connect on a spiritual level. You know what I mean? And years ago, I was on a sketch show called Mad TV, and 15 Mexicans watched it.
Nice.
Yeah, and they loved it. And I met a young man while I was on that show who got cast by the name of Jordan Peele, and he's with us right now. How about a round of applause for this guy right here?
All right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Is it weird?
I loved it. I expected no less of a generous.
Yeah.
We are. I would call us very, very good friends.
Yes.
Like-
I would say that too, because we worked for 5 years together.
Yeah.
And we not only the work part, but we had adventures, bro.
We had adventures.
Yeah.
We had a bond of disgust for what we were doing.
Yeah.
We had a fear of how it was coming off.
Yeah.
And we banded together.
Yeah. And anger almost.
Oh, anger, definitely.
Yeah.
I just want to call it. You said Pierce Bronson.
Yeah.
That's absolutely not that's not right.
Brosnan.
Brosnan.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan.
You know what? I apologize.
2017.
I'm so
You
sorry.
know what,
You know,
Jordan?
we're-
I apologize
It's just
for
one of
this
these.
Jungle Gook's attitude
No,
right
it's
now, man.
it's fine. It's fine.
I
It's
apologize.
I come here. I want to talk about movies.
I know.
Pierce Bronson. It's like Bronson
It's
Pinchot.
not Pierce Bronson, you fucking asshole.
It's a
Bronson.
Bronson.
Yes.
Brosnans.
Yeah, it's like Perfect Strangers didn't star Brosnan Pinchot. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
It was one of these.
But can I just say that he should have changed his name?
Why?
Because it's
Pinchot?
too close to Pierce Bronson.
Yeah, Bronson.
Brosnan.
Whatever. It's too. See what I'm saying? It's like
You got.
It's like if somebody said like I started and there's already a Bobby Lele.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
the guy
And
who
I'd be-
played Balky?
that's Balky.
Oh, okay,
That's Balky. Yeah, and then I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna change it to Hirohito. Or whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
I just, it's one of the I'm,
Yeah. If your name was Denzel Wishington, right? Would you change it?
That is a perfect, that's a perfect college football name. Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so we go way back.
We go way back. Lot of adventures.
A lot of adventures. We were there in Houston when what's his name? George St. Pierre lost to
Matt Serra.
Sarah.
Oh shit.
Because we were hired by the UFC only one time to do commentary.
That's right.
Right?
Really?
Wait,
No,
what? What
wait,
did you do?
commentary.
You did
Right?
commentary?
Not commentary. We did some sort of we interviewed people or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't there, but we were
You're
invited
right.
just
You
to
must
be
be
there.
right. But my brain
Yeah,
is
I
like
know.
too much weed or something.
yeah.
I don't remember. So what was it, like red carpet style? We were like talking.
Something like that. Yeah, it was uncomfortable.
Damn.
Yeah,
Cool.
That was a fluke, though. GSP should have never lost that fight.
Good. Yeah.
That was a fluke.
That's true.
He came
That's
back
true.
and destroyed Matt Serra.
But can I
That's
just say
right.
this? He did lose,
He did lose. That was a fluke.
and that's a fact.
And it wasn't. It was not the best fight either. I remember. I remember feeling like being there in person was not as good at.
Right.
As-
we
as
we
a-
were actually escorted into the octagon at one point before the
Really?
thing, and we got to walk around.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah.
Wait. I want to get to the bottom of what it was we were actually
You
doing.
guys just
I don't
showed up.
remember.
You showed
Because it was one of these things where we were on Mad TV, so it was like we were we basically called somebody and
When
like,
we're
hey,
invited, when Mad TV is invited to do anything, we show up
Yeah.
on time, and we're like, fuck anything but being at Hollywood Center Studios doing what we're doing. You
now,
know?
have you had Mad TV people on this show before?
No.
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 Yeah, you're the first.
Yeah, it was I don't know, how do you feel about it? Was it a fun time?
Well, I was on there way longer than you. You left. I was there with Keegan a couple years. Remember?
Uh-huh.
And toward the last 2 years, it was awful.
It was getting grim.
It was grim because we had to move, and then they cut the budget for half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then we had these young kids that came up, like Johnny Sanchez and Matt Bronger.
Young kids. Johnny Sanchez is, of course, much older than I am, for example. He's a,
Yeah, you know.
yeah, no, he's not a kid.
I-
I think on his behalf, I
know.
object to that.
I know.
Yeah.
He was 80. He was like 79 years old.
Younger kid.
But what I meant by in career-wise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even so, he's
Right.
he was a vet.
He's a vet. Yeah, he was a comedy vet.
But yeah, it got grim. But
And I just remember us being just kind of like always complaining and stuff.
yeah, that was it.
No advertisement. I mean, imagine this. You have Ike Barinholtz.
Right.
You have Key and Peele. You got me. You got you got
You got Stephanie Weir. You
Michael
got
McDonald.
Ari Spears.
Yeah, well,
he's a
very
beast.
talented. He's a beast. Yeah.
I mean, come on. You gotta be real. Gotta give it up. The
I
guy
know.
crushes.
But I did. I've talked about it in this podcast. I talked about him a couple times on radio. How mean he was toward me at times.
All right.
And during the fucking Matt TV reunion, he was there.
Which, by the way, I saw just your and Ike sketch, and it was great. It was,
When I was living in the fucking thing.
it was classic, old school.
Yeah, old school. Yeah.
Bobby Lee's like weirdo shit.
Yeah,
It was
weirdo
great.
shit. And he goes, "Yo, man, can I talk to you?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, I sat next to Aries, and he had it fucking queued up, the radio interview from like Seattle from 6 years ago. Why'd you say this? And he plays in front of me, and I just started laughing.
That's why.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just let's start laughing. There's no real consequences for you with anything, right? You can kind of get away with
Never.
anything.
Well, I get in trouble
Yeah.
a lot.
By who?
I get in trouble by my agents will say stuff, my manager will say stuff, and I've had some really horrific show business tales that you don't know about, that happened to me, right? And things that I fucked up, and I've had to answer to all those things.
It's interesting because comedically speaking, you can get away with anything,
True.
and that's what's really important. And for me,
Thank
as
you.
a friend.
Yes. I mean, I did that Comedy Central thing, and I do it naked. You know what I mean? My dick was out, and I can do things like that. But the thing is that's me. I'm not doing anything but me, right, baby?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
So I hear you're responsible for his crippling video game addiction.
Oh.
I wouldn't say the whole video game
It
addiction.
is.
Jeez.
Yep.
That's me?
You.
All right, so I introduced him
Oh shit.
I introduced him to the Bethesda, like Morrowind and Fallout.
Those are the two.
Those are the two.
But
Those are two.
And
yeah.
you went dark deep into it. Like I was into it. I was like, I had like a month where I was like, dude, Bobby, you're gonna get so immersed.
Yeah.
And then like
I
4
went-
months later,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm collecting chrysanthemum petals. Like you're like
later.
4 months later, you're
Yeah.
like, I can if you collect 100 chrysanthemum petals, you can turn them into an orb.
Yeah,
And I was like, well, who cares? Who cares, Bobby?
Yeah.
It's not they have online role playing games now. You can
No.
that's
Nope, not
it
for me.
you.
No, I like. Here's what you introduced me to: the grind. Right, like with Skyrim, this cave has all the blisterwort mushrooms that you can collect, and it like regenerates every week.
Yeah.
Right, so
Come
I'll
back.
fast forward a week in the game time
Yeah.
just so that I can get more blisterwort,
Right.
so I can make potions to make smithing better.
Right, which was kind of what made me drop off of the game at a certain point. It felt so like you could just grind forever.
Yes, I love it.
and
You
he's
love
been
that.
grinding forever.
It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
A decade ago.
Seriously, it was.
I know, but
It
you-
probably
but-
was straight up 2007.
I understand that. I understand 2007, but let me say this, okay?
Yeah.
I would have never fucking known about it if you didn't go, hey, you should check out Morrowind. I go, what the fuck is it? So I went to fucking whatever the place is, to get it. I bought it, and I've been in it since.
Yeah, and you start over new characters.
Yeah.
Every time.
Because, especially with the Bethesda games,
The
and
new
also
DLC.
Skyrim or the Elder Scrolls, there's 8 races, right? You can be a Gorian, you can be the Khajiit, the
Yeah.
cat people.
No, I know. I've played the game.
Yeah, no, I know, I know, but for
going
people,
through
you
Nordic.
can be Nord,
Yeah,
Nord,
You can
right?
be
Breton,
Breton.
Fuck yeah! See what I'm saying right now?
Yeah, you can be the dark elves. You can be the light elves.
Exactly, right there. High elves. Yeah, they don't
The-
call them. Yeah, light elves. They call them high elves. That's what it is.
Adronian.
Yeah, Gorian. The
lizards.
Lizards. Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself like, okay, it's 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You're up in some like snowy hill. You're beautiful music's playing, and you look out at the scenery and you realize it's a dead world.
No.
It's an empty dead world.
It comes to life for me
and it doesn't lose. You don't get that.
I
because
think he's a conqueror at heart. You like to colonialize empty, barren areas of land.
you weren't there during my drug usage at Matt TV. You came on after, so
Right
you only
after
knew
that.
sober Bobby.
That's right.
Yeah. You also turned me on to things like solitude.
What's solitude?
Oh,
Remember
What's that?
the
the
game show.
The game show.
Solitary.
Solitary is what it is.
Oh.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Have you guys seen this?
No, no.
One of the best game shows, the reality show. The 12-year-old knows it.
You know it?
Yeah, where they're like hidden in the place where they have to do all a bunch of things and they like press a button if they want to go.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Everybody's.
Come in and talk to us about it. He was like the producer or something.
And the crazy thing about it, everybody's 8 contestants are in their own solitary confinement, going crazy. The whole thing is they have to challenge themselves. The Val or whoever is like, "Hi, welcome to solitary."
Yeah.
And she's like, "You must, eat all these bugs until all of the other ones quit." Or something like, and you have to push yourself as far as you can.
Right, there's like 8 or 9 contestants in these rooms.
Wait,
right?
this is a
Confined.
reality show, obviously
Right,
not
they're
in
combined.
America. Yeah.
It's in America.
It
It
is.
was on
Right.
reality, Fox Reality.
Oh,
Fox
geez.
Reality. Like they'd have a pole, right? And you have to just, hang onto the pole. Whoever's foot drops onto the floor
Yeah.
is eliminated.
But-
So then, like 12 hours later, you have like 3 white dudes left. You know what I mean? Clinging on.
Yeah, but they can't see each other.
So you don't know.
Oh,
yeah.
so
So
you don't know how
they're-
well they're doing. So it's you got to master your own will then.
Right.
Well, and when you fall, you gotta hope that you were the last.
So
people-
some fool could have been there for 12 hours just hanging by
Yeah.
himself.
But you know what the fascinating thing about that show was, Bobby, that I know you must have loved, is it seemed to prove that Asian people had a pain tolerance and endurance and pushed themselves. Asian guys or girls fucking went the crazy.
And that's
Stamina.
called. You know what that's called, my friend?
What's that?
Evolution.
Oh my god. You really?
Just look at
Then
me
why
right now.
is it? Why is it?
Babe.
Okay, I'm Asian too.
I know you are. I know, but she's half French.
French.
Let's
I'm
get
half
real.
Egyptian.
Egyptian, whatever it is.
He doesn't. He calls it
Whatever
French.
it is.
Egyptians call them
It's
French.
half of something. Whatever it is.
Ancient
All right?
cultures.
All right. Let me say something right now. Okay. You all right?
I'm good.
Yeah. It's an evolution. Look at the hair. There's no hair on my arm.
You're saying
He's
that
hairless. Yeah.
you're saying that Asian people are a different, a higher form of humanity. Than,
I didn't say that. Did I say higher?
well, or
Different. That's. I said different.
more progressed.
Not even progressed.
Is it different?
Just different.
So
Yeah.
you think
Bill-
a little smarter, a little hairless. You know what I mean? And a little bit more evolved.
so more evolved? that's what we're saying.
That's
more,
what I'm saying.
More evolved, so that
Yeah. But I didn't say better. I didn't say any of those higher. I didn't say
So
higher.
how now? For instance, China,
I love it.
such an ancient civilization.
Yes.
So you think that? How is that like the final stage of evolution?
It's not the final. We're still evolving, my friend.
All right.
Yeah.
You're just built for torture.
Excuse me?
Well,
You can
that's
flip it. You can
Yeah,
say
you
you're
can-
evolved or also just built for torture.
it's true. I mean, how come like every Korean movie is like like somebody's getting tortured?
Oh, right. It's always revenge, especially Korean.
Koreans are
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, about
revenge.
revenge, yeah.
Japanese, it's the weird. It's torture,
It's
still
torture.
torture.
Yeah.
There's also shame and torture.
Like,
shame and torture.
remember Audition?
The
Yeah.
cling with the chicken wire.
Chicken wire.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was the best.
Did
That was
anybody
crazy.
jerk off to that?
You did that scene specifically.
Yeah.
There's one hand up.
I did. I did find it strangely her sexy.
Oh yeah, she was definitely
so-
sexy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah, because she just looked so just porcelain and innocent and
There was another one-
unsuspecting.
Where a girl crawls out of a woman's vagina. I think Goju it was or something like that.
What
Same
is
guy.
that?
Mike.
Takashi
Mike.
Miike.
Yeah. Same dude.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Have you
there's
seen The Wailing yet?
I saw The Wailing.
Did you
Loved
like
it.
it?
Yeah, it was very cool. Hold up.
It's the cat.
Is it the
sorry.
cats?
It's a cat.
Do you want Allegra?
something? Yeah, bring her in here.
Oh,
No, yeah, I'll have an Allegra.
Yeah, get an Allegra.
Um,
I'm so sorry about the cats.
no problem. I have to. But yeah, that one was cool. That one was classic Korean batshit crazy cool.
Oh fuck, man.
Yeah, we got a DEFCON 5. I'm in.
You're
I'm
in.
the zone.
Yeah. Is that better?
Get some Dr. Pepper.
You like
As long as your throat's not closing up.
No, my throat. I'm good. I mean, it's just gonna be. Do a ton of sneezes.
You're not gonna open it for him, fucker.
want me to touch it?
Yeah.
Again, it's
It's one of those
regular
fucking.
Pierce fucking
Yeah.
Bronson situation
Yeah.
over here. I got it.
You got it.
I got it.
All right.
This is one. Okay. Imagine it just instantly works right now.
Yes.
Can I have some tissues as well?
Yeah. Get some tissues, Jordan.
Yeah. Is this
Because
fucking
a
up?
fucking director. No,
Is
it's
this
not. I
fucking
don't give a
up?
fuck, bro. This is how it always works.
Reality is
Is the real.
is part
Yeah,
of
it's
the
a
real.
part of the thing. Yeah.
But the Wailing was it was weird.
Yeah, it was.
was weird. And
And
we-
I had to
We had a Google
rewatch
theories.
it and Google everything because I was still very confused about the ending because it could be interpreted several different
Yeah.
ways. Yeah.
And I googled it too, and from what I can tell, it's like no one really knows.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Subject to your interpretation.
Now I want to get to, since we're talking about horror movies, and I'll have to be honest with you, my friend.
Okay.
I regret watching the movie you directed, Get Out,
Okay.
because my thought of you and my perception of you changed.
Okay.
Before, like when you're doing Key and Peele, right?
Yeah.
You go, yeah, I know it's great, but I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that he can do that.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it live
Yeah.
for years.
Mm-hmm.
I know your talent level, right? And I know that you're an extremely creative dude
Mm-hmm.
and you have a good work ethic. But when I saw Get Out, I was going, what the fuck? This is next level shit. And I regret watching it because then now, how am I? And now it's fine. When I saw you, it's fine. Because you we lock eyes.
We're in.
We're in. We figure it out. But there is a moment where you go, wow, that's the next level.
He's out of this world. He's beyond.
He's beyond the comedy. He's beyond. It's a different category now. And then when you see the dude, it's like it's almost as if you turned into J.J. Abrams in a weird way.
Wow, that's high praise. Thank you.
No, because it's. I'll tell you why. It's not because you directed a fucking movie. Because I have friends that all directed a fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
When you've been to your friends' movies and you watch it and you go, that's the worst piece of shit I've ever fucking seen.
Yes.
Yeah,
happened,
and then when they go, what would you think? I go, it's great.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's never gonna get distribution.
You go right into. You're filling out the things after the thing. You just go right into the. I'm so into this. We're not going to talk right now because I want to give you some good.
But when you watch Get Out, you're going, number one, I've never seen this before, ever. This type of movie. Mm-hmm. It's so relevant. It's very social in many ways, but it's also weird. It's got sort of like a Jacob's Ladder kind of a vibe to it, where it's like it's just got a weird vibe in itself. The energy of the movie, right? And he wins at the end, which is great. My only problem with it, I guess, is why the fuck is there an old Japanese dude with the white people?
Well, all right. This is like seems to be like a talking point. Like people are writing essays about this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a second. But I do want to say, since the beginning of my career in Hollywood, you have been one of the people who has always believed in me. Maybe some of it was like you just being like, no. So yeah, I mean, I have to say this is one of the things I was like testing. Have you seen it? Because you've always, back in the day we go around and it's like, you're the fucking face of Mad TV and people recognizing you and people know you from your stand up and everything, and you'd always be like, wait, buddy, wait, this is gonna be you. No, you're gonna be huge. You're gonna be huge.
Yeah.
You talk to me like Robert Evans or something.
Yeah. I believe that.
And you believe that, and that means a lot. It meant a great deal to me, and so thank you. But I feel like you are in a Hollywood of filled with people who have fucking slammed doors in my face and all of our faces. It just keeps happening. You're one of the people that I feel like I've taken great drive from and inspiration, and
because we live in a world of bewilderment. We do. There is something about. I'm not saying that but there's something about, because I don't know what his marijuana usage is now.
It's rock bottom.
None.
Let's just say it's rock bottom.
Yeah,
it's rock bottom. I'm not saying I don't smoke weed. I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm not gonna put that on it, because then it'll feel weird.
Yeah, it'll feel weird. Yeah.
But the thing is, after years of smoking weed and being creative, the way I completed this script was by not smoking weed. Wow. Yeah. It's like the inspiration part, weed helped.
Yeah.
The execution part.
The final and the productivity that needs for the finish.
Because when I heard Sunken Place in the movie, right?
Yeah.
It is something that he would say.
Yeah.
Or we would
That's
say,
something you would
like,
say,
we'd be
too.
in an apartment, right? You know what I mean? And we're really in the sunken place.
Yeah.
Right? It's
Yeah.
like, this is weird,
That's a very Bobby Lee.
Yeah. And when you heard that in the movie, I go,
That's my guy.
That's my guy right there. Yeah, but the sunken place,
The sunken place.
And he would get, he smoked pot more than I've ever seen anyway, at the time.
Yeah.
Not now. Zero now. Or maybe one.
I'm not a weed guy now.
Yeah, not a weed guy. Right, but every once in a while you'll dip your toes in.
Hey, I'm not. I'll leave that. I'm gonna leave that door wide open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that door wide open.
Right, it's a mystery.
It's there if I need it.
Right,
I might need it for a little inspiration.
Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. And you know what, dude? I was sober all that time I met you, dude.
Yeah.
I never sweated you about a dog.
No,
I mean,
you supported me.
Yeah, we would see him walking down Highland. Yeah. First of all, he just got a car.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I got a car. So we hit 100 million.
Yeah.
Car with a bow came to my house.
Wow. So you had been taking public transportation?
No, I was.
Oh.
It was. That would be pathetic. No, my
that would be cool.
That was kind of cool.
It's not nothing. No, my wife drove me everywhere.
Poor Chelsea, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I mean,
Doing a
seriously.
TV show, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
talk about doing a service, for
Right.
But
But we would literally watch him walk down the street, and we would just pull over and pick him up.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
I got good friends, and people would always be like, "What you fuck?" I mean, this frustrated you.
Oh my
to
God,
great degree.
immensely.
Like, fucking, just get a car, just fucking drive. I'm like,
Because he's making money.
Yeah.
my whole thing was like, why would I get a car when I know you're gonna come pick me up? We're gonna have a great time. I don't understand what the.
Yeah.
And I was like, the day you stop coming to pick me up, I'm gonna have to get a car.
Yeah.
And then you did. And I haven't seen you in a while.
I know, but to see him pull up, you should have seen the way he parked, by the way. I mean, he almost destroyed the car.
It was not the best parking.
Yeah.
It was not my best work.
But
But you were looking at me. It was like first time you'd see me drive. It was a lot of pressure. I was like,
Yeah.
oh God.
But watching him pull up in that
How
car.
old were you when you got your license?
36.
Amazing. I thought I was old and I got my license at 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I literally like a year and a half ago.
Did Chelsea?
Wow.
Did Chelsea make you?
And she didn't make me, but she asked me to.
Yeah.
For a while, and she asked me in the beginning. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And of course, like 2 years went by, I didn't do it, and then eventually I did it. I sacked up. Part of it was the not smoking weed anymore.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? Whatever you choose to do, that's you. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. But let me say this though. I remember those times in your apartment and stuff, sitting there.
Yeah.
Right. And you pitching me ideas and talking about things. You know what I mean?
Now, did we ever talk about Get Out?
We never really did. I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Maybe it's vague.
Was Mad TV both of you guys' sunken places?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Marginalized. We would,
It did two things for me. I don't know if I would have gotten a job after that if I didn't get that. Right. So I think that because I remember not having an agent and then getting it, at least I got an agent and it put me on the map in terms of that. So I can't.
But you would have. I mean, dude,
I don't-
you're so much better than that show. Of course, you would have gotten work.
I know, but those are just assumptions, right?
That's the sunken place talking to you. That's the sunken place
It is?
keeping you
It
in
is?
there. Yeah, you don't know that
Yeah.
fucking place. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sunken place kept me there.
I had a life crisis after I watched the movie because I had to think about the sunken place and I had these reoccurring dreams and I had to write it on a journal and get it out of me because I totally know what a sunken place is and I'm like, that's what I've been dreaming of my whole life, and it takes me back to a place where I feel desperate and scared and
Right.
I get this. A lot of people with anxiety attacks or depression
It's all me, yeah.
or something, I've gotten a lot of people reaching out and being like,
Yeah.
this is what it feels like, man. How did you know? And it was one of these things where writing it, I mean, you can just imagine like writing it, that moment you sort of figure out the sunken place. It's like, oh, shit. These motherfuckers are gonna lose their minds. You know what I mean? Seriously, you know it's something universal. I always thought of it like, I always had this thought of, when you're about to go to sleep and you feel yourself falling, but then you wake yourself
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
So I always thought, what if you didn't wake up?
oh god.
Where would you fall to? And so that was the first nugget of that thing. And
It could be even be on par with like sleep paralysis. Where the monsters come and you can't move.
You can't move.
And you
Similar
see the
thing.
man with a hat and all of those things.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
There's something about dreams that your brain is interpreting why your neurals are shut down and why you're not move. So your brain's putting together this mythology, and the dreams. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street. She's like walking up the stairs in Marshmallow and she can't get up the stairs. It's all that feeling like I can't get away from this.
Yeah. That's
thing
why
that's
I
on me.
hate having dreams of fighting people because I can never swing right, never lands right. I'm
Yeah.
always missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you dream, Bob?
Oh yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck kind of question is that? I was born dreaming,
He doesn't
bro.
remember his dreams at all.
I barely do either.
That's actually
Yeah,
I read
don't-
somewhere that
I know
that
I
was a
dream.
sign
I just
of,
forget about it.
That was a sign of depression for some people is the lack of dreams.
Oh man.
I think I dream too, but forget about
We
it.
just forget about it.
'Cause
I
I've
think
got
the
a
moment you wake up and have a thought outside of sleeping is the moment you forget about your dreams.
But then why? Why? Sometimes, especially back in the day, I would dream and it would just be vivid, and I would wake up and I would know it, and I'd be like, "What the heck?" And I loved these dreams. I mean, those are inspiring.
yeah.
Do you think it has something to do with though that you live like I live in how do I say this? In an excitable world, right? I perform live, you know what I mean? We do things, you know what I mean? That it's very exciting. So like when I had no job and I was in my early 20s, I had no future. I was vividly remembering my dreams because maybe that's what I clung on to, but because of my I don't know, my lifestyle, do you think that has something to do with it or no?
You mean you stopped dreaming because all your dreams
No,
come
I still
true?
dream.
Is that what
No,
you're
I
saying?
know. I still dream, but I just don't remember, or they're not as impactful, or
Or maybe you're
something.
getting older because the quality of your sleep as you get older deteriorates anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you're doing so much expression, and like isn't like dreams kind of like bottled up things.
It's supposed to resolve. It's like your subconscious and a mix of other things, but it's supposed to be sleep is supposed to be restorative, and you're supposed to resolve conflicts in the back of your mind.
The only dreams I do remember are relapse dreams.
Oh gosh, those are bad.
If I relapse and I'll panic, right? I'll go, I relapsed, and those are the only ones I remember because I just don't want to go back. You know.
Yeah.
But
That's the sunken place.
that is the sunken place, is it not?
Is it not?
Did you know him when he was using?
No, yeah, I know.
No, that was the year afterward, and is when I came into his life, and it was, I mean, you were a madman. I mean,
Yeah. There was a sketch one time where you were a homeless black man, right? And I was a head. Do you remember?
Okay.
I
I wasn't a homeless guy.
I don't- do you remember
know,
that?
I don't know why you
head?
thought I was a homeless
no,
guy.
but we did a sketch.
We did a sketch.
Right?
I was your
Where
brother.
Oh, we were brothers.
How did you go from how did you get brother confused with homeless black?
I had a steering wheel in my chest.
All right.
The whole thing was we were like some like sad family. It
Oh,
was like
all right. That's
like
what it
look
was.
at this. It was some kind of a parody of some documentary show.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're like helping. It's a home replacement thing. Like we're gonna surprise this poor family with a new.
Yeah.
And so we were
remember
we were like colorblind family, but
right.
but why did you think I was a homeless guy?
I remember. This is what I thought, that you were a homeless black man,
yeah.
and I was just like this severed like Asian head in your little.
No, this is a much better sketch. You're pitching a much better sketch than it actually
and then
was.
you were like trying to sell my head, or I don't know. Something like
That was
that.
a dream. That was a
Was
dream.
that a dream?
You're pitching a much better sketch.
No, I'm going to talk about back to the movie Get Out.
Okay.
May we?
Please.
But the social commentary in it, like I feel like, is it a glimpse of what it might be in an exaggerated way, the African American experience? Does that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
That's it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like when you're in a. But I'm sure it's the same for. I mean, we're almost all minorities in here.
Almost.
Almost. Fucking
It's
pink
probably
over here.
how he feels now.
Yeah.
Poor George.
No, we've all felt that. But I want to get to the Japanese man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the is a very good guy. First of all, not a lot of Japanese actors in Alabama.
Oh, you did casting out of Alabama.
Casting out of Alabama.
Well, there you
So I had to go to use a friend, Gigi Oyama, who is Ken Marino's father-in-law, and amongst other things, he's great. He's a karate master, and he's great in the movie.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, the thing is, there's many reasons I did it. Okay. One, it's a shout out to Rosemary's Baby, where at the end there's a Japanese guy there, and it helps like just paint this picture that this society is fucking far-reaching. This is an international in Rosemary's Baby. These aren't just like some run-of-the-mill devil worshippers. This is the devil worshippers,
Right.
and so that's scary to me. It's to this idea. Then two, the idea that because of the broken English, he's got to ask the question more directly. And it's like it helps
the barrier, yeah.
and it heightens the awkwardness of the situation.
Yes.
But then lastly, it's like what doesn't make sense? Old Japanese dude, billionaire, comes. He wants to buy a.
It made perfect sense to
A
me.
new black body.
For me,
that's
when I
what,
saw
now
it-
you say it. Now I know.
Yeah.
In my head, I was like, there should have been more Asians. It would
I
make
mean-
more sense for me for them to auction. It would make sense.
Yeah, well, I had more in the originally, but I wanted to just whitewash it a little bit. But we gotta sell this thing. We gotta sell this.
You do have to sell
We
it.
gotta make money on this.
Too many jets.
Yeah, because I think at that point in the movie, you didn't know exactly what was going on, right? That it's like they're doing surgical, like all that's. Well, we're giving away spoiler alert.
Well,
Yeah,
put it in the beginning, in the intro. Just a spoiler alert.
A spoiler
Yeah.
alert. Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it at this point and you're listening to your podcast, you're a fucking.
You're a
troll.
fucking asshole.
Come on.
And I hate
It's like-
you.
Jesus.
Okay, that's my friend.
Yeah.
Watch this fucking movie.
Thanks.
But subscribe.
No,
But also,
Subscribe.
but JJ.
Yeah.
Can you call you JJ?
You've always called me
I know
JJ.
JJ. Can I do it in an Asian accent?
Yeah, and a
Yeah,
southern one.
Yeah. JJ.
It's so weird when your Asian accent isn't up to par. It's not what it used to be.
It's not what it
I haven't
used
done it in
to
a while. I haven't done it in a while. Yeah.
But that's probably good for the world.
But the movie broke records. First time director, right, and writer, making what, over $100 million?
Over 150.
$50 million.
I don't pay
No,
attention to the
yeah,
numbers.
look at
it's-
JJ. Look at me. You do.
Was
A
that
little
what it
bit.
is?
Yeah.
150 and counting.
Yeah. 150 and counting.
Well, no,
Closer to
154. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, when those kind of number, I mean, you're just yourself. I mean, do you feel different or?
It does feel a little bit like this is a weird alternate universe. It feels like, the alternate universe where like Hillary was supposed to win.
Yeah.
And we entered
I know that
we
universe.
hit this fork, and all of a sudden the impossible happened to Trump. Well, I think in the real universe where Hillary won, Jordan Peele's homeless right now. Jordan Peele's movie tanked. I'm out. You know what I mean? Like something happened. I don't know which one I want to live in.
Yeah, no, you do. Yeah, you do.
No.
Because the Trump one, can I just say this, is going to pass. It
Yes.
always does, and that's a fact.
Like a kidney stone.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
very
Unless
big
he
kidney
starts a
stone.
fight with, I feel like he needs a war. I know we don't like, she doesn't like talking about politics.
No,
on
we've
this
talked
podcast.
about it so much.
So much.
We
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
live,
yeah.
we had a podcast
Oh,
when the Cali was was happening on
Fucking
TV. We had
meltdown,
tears. We
dude.
had meltdown, yeah.
Fucking meltdown.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
It was, I couldn't accept it.
But look, does it bother you that when the his rabid followers that are like so happy to see us pissed? That's the worst part, right?
When
'Cause
they
they're
call
like,
us libtards, it's like, really? I mean, we're the more college educated, you fucking idiots.
that's that's not that. I mean that argument's not going to win anyone over.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
But
Yeah, I mean, it's like weird
and it's not
way.
just. I mean, there's plenty of college educated people
yeah.
That's true.
who voted for the fucking
That's true.
demon.
Yeah. And the thing is that I don't know how to live in this world, and so I'm just kind of like, I go on Twitter and I read things, and I read articles,
Yeah.
But I'm so scared. I think I'm in fear.
Yeah.
I think I am. I think I'm in PTSD fear right now.
Yeah, I mean it's well, the strangest thing is that time continued to move on, and it feels like emotionally we're in this weird suspended animation, and it just feels like we're in the wrong reality.
Yeah.
Wow.
My fear is that I
in the
feel like
sunken place.
Maybe we
Sunken
are.
place,
My fear is that my own skin keeps getting thicker and thicker as the days go by because it's so incredulous and so unbelievable that we're living this reality
Yeah.
that I almost feel like things that would usually affect me I've kind of become apathetic to, and I feel like I'm morphing into like an insensitive person because of all this.
But it's also kind of fun in a weird
well,
way.
here's the fun part, right?
Yeah.
Is first of all the feeling like, oh shit, like this life is happening right now.
Yeah.
Like it ain't
Yeah.
all peaches and cream. It's like, But also, it feels like we're watching this glorious, slow-moving train wreck, and
It's drama.
and it's drama.
Yeah.
And it's so Shakespearean. And who knows if he's gonna get impeached? It's gonna maybe not. Blah blah blah. It's not going to end well
Yeah.
for him. It
I
just
mean-
can't. It's like even if it's like history looking back, it's not going to be.
That he was the best.
Yeah, that's just not
It's
gonna
not gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna
happen.
be. Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't want
to talk about politics.
I know. I just want to. I know you don't want to do it either, but we're here.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking of sadness, have you guys heard
There we
of
go.
the?
Wait, she's the queen of segues.
No, it's not
Did you see that?
segue.
Circus Sadness.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
No,
That's
speaking of politics
petting her
and the
like
whole.
What have you been doing?
that better just be today.
That's definitely today. That's definitely today.
Oh, you don't even know. When I first met her,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell. We've talked about it before.
What?
I met her on Tinder.
Oh God, are we? Give me more credit than
We
that.
met on Tinder.
Well, what's the credit though? You met on Tinder.
It was. I only had the app for a week. He had blown his load on Tinder at that point. And he was my first and last date on there.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that is kind of a
So
fair representation.
Yeah, I wasn't burning
when
rubber on
the
Tinder.
the second
like,
time we made out,
oh, God, he's got to retell this
I
story.
just have to tell
like,
Jordan
okay,
because
go
he's my
ahead.
fucking brother.
go ahead.
Okay. The second time we made out, she punched me in the face, and she says, "Tell me you want to kill me.
Tell me what?
Tell me that you want to kill me." And
I watch Audition. I have these things in my head.
nutted right in my pants, dog. I mean, it was like an explosion.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You guys, this is good.
It
I'm
was
so
good.
happy
It was
for
really
you. I'm so
good.
happy for you both. You found
Yeah.
each other's sick ass.
She stuck her finger
Fucking-
in my butthole all the time.
Rejected
All the
it.
time.
I reject my butthole.
Watertight,
My
like a
butthole
frog.
rejected it, dude.
Like a frog. It's completely watertight.
Frog
Yeah,
butthole.
yeah,
It
that's
accepts
great.
nothing.
That's
great.
Anyways, what I was saying was, speaking of politics and refugees and things like that, have you guys heard of the term resignation syndrome?
No.
So it's this thing that's happening, I guess, in Sweden, where the refugees from the old Soviet and Yugoslavia are coming in, and once they get rejected off of being citizens, let's say they've sought asylum in Sweden, and then they file for the legal right to live there, right? And then that's denied. These kids go into a full-blown coma state, and they stay obtunded and completely unresponsive. And the state or the country of Sweden has to grant them technically asylum because they're just completely incapable of
They're
moving.
just faking it.
faking it?
Okay, so
have to
there's
be.
a
Do
discussion.
the coma thing.
There's
Yeah.
two things. So
Perfect
it's
plan.
either
Silent right there.
some
Like,
people
we
think
need some more vegetables in here.
so some people think it's a psychological contagion, but others really, really think that they've gone into what's called resignation. It's the giving up and just completely losing all
know
like
about
your
I
that.
can
soul.
see that too. Yeah, I can see
Like
that.
your
too.
soul has evaporated.
Yeah.
I've had that.
Yeah, me too.
I've had that happen.
Like before Jordan got on Mad and I got that intervention from Fox and
Yeah.
Dick Blasucci,
Yeah.
that drug intervention. It was like really hot. But I was wearing a sweater. It was a Thursday night, right? And I had all this like boils on my face, right? And I was sinking. You know who else was there? Rita. Remember Rita?
Yeah,
the
I
big,
remember Rita.
big Greek lady. and her baklava, right?
I love baklava.
And I was sitting there like this, and they were saying, "You give drugs out. You gave the drugs out to the Strokes. You know what I mean? You don't show up to shoots. You know, you don't do the table reads." And I did the resignation right then and there.
Yeah, but
I
did you
gave
do
up.
it for 3 years? These kids have been have resigned for 3 years.
Wait,
So-
we're for 3?
Whoa.
yes,
For
it's not
3 years?
That's
It's
really
not,
long.
Yeah, these are extended
Jesus.
periods of time. It isn't like I'm not gonna eat for 4
This is a good
days.
horror movie, by the way. This
Yeah,
is the
it's
basis.
so
Yeah.
these people have been fed through a G tube. When the doctor assesses them, they have to open their eyes for them. They're just completely unresponsive.
And then when the doctor leaves, they're like, they open
Yeah.
their eyes
Yeah.
and like giggle at each other.
Yeah, but it's only a phenomenon with children and young or like adolescents.
That's nice.
Oh, it's kids.
Yeah, but also some teenagers. But they become teenagers. So if it started,
Sweet, but if they're kids, how they're like they're like, oh, I didn't get asylum. Like, are they like processing?
well, the whole
political-
family didn't get asylum. So when they come as like mom, dad, children, or whatever, but it's the kids that get affected by the denial of asylum.
Does the whole family get to stay?
It's just.
I don't think so. I think I'm not sure. If it's a minor, the family gets to stay.
Such a sad world.
It's like
Such a sad
that
world.
photo of that Syrian kid with the soot on his face.
What, you just went there?
Yeah, and
You
the,
just went to
and chunks of like you know,
It's
the-
so
daddy's
Bobby, you
brain
just-
matter on the face or whatever.
No, that's not.
But the
No one
tears
knows
are,
what that was.
I know, but yeah, but the tears melting into the brain matter on the face,
Oh,
and
that's,
she's just sitting there like this. God, I
it was
just
an
want to.
affecting picture. It's one of the
I
most
know. I
important
want to
pictures
take that
of-
kid to like Salt and Straw and get a good ice cream.
Yeah, go to.
You know, like a salted
Cheesecake
caramel.
Factory
Yeah,
or
something
something.
good. Get the flautas.
I would straight up if I could adopt that kid right now, I would.
Me too.
Yeah, I would.
Me too.
It's hard work though, because psychologically they're on.
Well,
a
at least he's not Russian.
plane.
The only one. No, listen.
There's a lot of
No,
Russian
no,
orphans,
no,
Bobby.
No, the Russian ones, they stab, they do all kinds of. I saw
Oh,
a
they fight
documentary.
back.
Yeah.
They fight back.
They fight. No, yeah, 5. They have knives.
Well, you know that. I mean, the Russian kids come over there. They have orders. You know what I mean? They've got they're. You know, they're
Sleeper cells.
they're talking
Sleeper
to the
cells.
Sleeper cells for
they're
sure.
talking to the red giant back home. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah,
bro.
poison and
Kremlin.
shit, huh?
They
Whoa,
got cyanide in their little baby teeth.
So what's next? So I know you. I don't. You want.
I just like the term baby teeth.
I know you don't want to talk about what's next for you. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
We're not going to talk about what's next.
Okay.
But can you give us a glimpse into maybe what you want to do next, or is that out of the question?
Well, you know, the truth is I don't really know. I've got a lot of projects that I've been working on that I'm very excited about. The question right now is what comes first. And so I have to put a little more thought to say, okay, this is like strategically, inspirationally, this one is just ready. You know, I was writing all of these ideas at the same. This right after Mad TV, I went through a depression. Right?
Okay, that's the moment. That's the moment where I don't know exactly what you went through. Okay. Because I remember you had a chance at the last year of Mad TV to get onto SNL.
SNL.
They offered it to you because they wanted you to play Barack.
That's right. This
Correct?
is
2008. And Dave...
This is the writer's strike was happening.
Yeah, so the guy that owned Mad TV, David Saltzman.
Yeah, it's on Google.
It's on Google, yeah, David Saltzman, right?
Okay.
Said no, he's contractually with us for like a year, right? Or like even less than that.
Yes.
He could have let you go, like, fuck the year, SNL, go do it.
Yeah, there's 4
But
more
he
episodes.
didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
4 more episodes left on your contract.
On the contract, he's like, they're gonna laugh. The network's gonna laugh me out of the room if I even try to bring that up. So he was, here's the thing. Now I look back at it, and I don't blame the guy. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I got a show. You put it on. It's opposite SNL, and this fucking guy wants to leave the show and go to SNL. Yeah, fuck him.
4 episodes left.
Right. Well, it wasn't I think he felt insulted, and he felt like I didn't, and I can appreciate how he felt that, I had a contract. He gave me an amazing opportunity to be on television.
Yeah.
A good thing. So, but I didn't feel that way at the time. At
You
the
were
time,
angry.
I was like, this is not right. This guy's keeping me from my home. He's keeping me from my mother, my grandmother, my friends in New York.
Yeah.
So so I went through a dark period where, I didn't know what to do, but what my brain ended up doing was thinking of it like a fucking villain from a superhero movie.
What do you mean?
So like what do? You outsmart them. All these fuckers that fucked me are gonna wish they hadn't in the end.
See, let me say something right now. We all have that.
Yeah.
I call it the hate box.
The hate box. I was in a hate box.
And I have a chest in my heart, and I can tell you the names. I don't give a fuck, right? But I'm not going to, But I have a lot of names in there, dude. Right?
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn. I don't give a fuck.
Name number one.
No, he's not number one.
Oh,
but he's in there,
He's in the
right?
box.
There's a couple of other producers.
Hey,
They're in there.
anybody's in your box is in my box.
Right,
That's the way it works.
So what you do is you put the name or the situation in that box and you close it, right? But what happens is those names in your heart, they grow. in the chest,
right?
And you haven't opened it. And when you open it, it's now a full-blown creature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So you had a fucking box, huh?
I had a box. Yeah, I mean, I was in this zone of like turning it into Glee. I was like,
yeah.
You know, I was into it, and I started writing. My goal was to become a great writer. Just I was like, okay, well, if I can't be in sketch anymore, because I can't be in this show, because I can't stand to be in it anymore. I can't be in the other one. Yeah. So so what do I do? So it was like, well, the dream is becoming an auteur, a director. There's all kinds of, I got Monkey Paw Productions is really
that's you, yeah,
right. That's me, and so it's horror, it's sci-fi, it's dark, it's comedy, it's all of this, and I really landed on this mission that is so satisfying to me, of like all of us underrepresented people, and what if the shit that we have always been told we can't be in, what if we start doing shit that's better than the others? So that's what I'm gonna do. So I will probably never have a white protagonist in a movie. I love white people. My mom's white. Yeah. My wife's white.
Yeah.
I don't. There's enough of those.
What the fuck? So in many ways, that was a good thing.
Absolutely. Best thing that's happened in my life, Bobby.
Yeah.
Besides meeting Chelsea.
So if you're listening right now, and you're going through some fucking, you were raped or whatever it might be.
No,
not good.
that's
You got run over by a car.
I can't, because I was just I was on Mad TV. That was my thing.
Or whatever. That was too harsh. All right, that's whatever it might be. Let me give me another shot at it.
I was on a
yeah.
I was getting paid money to be on a television
I know.
show, so I just gotta making me look like I'm complaining.
I'm not complaining at all. No, I'm just saying whatever you're going through your life, you lost your job at Best Buy. Okay. Right, and you can't make ends meet.
Yeah.
Right, and then like you have a frog and it dies.
Oh, okay.
It's not done.
Pet frog?
It's not done.
Beloved.
And then you get raped.
Why'd you say that?
No, I did it again.
That's
But whatever you're going through, let me say something. You can spin it into a fucking positive, and that's the lesson that we learned today.
That's the lesson we learned today.
That's amazing. So and then when Keegan left, because
the show, Mad, yeah.
So Keegan was on Mad for 2 more years, I think. Or a year. I think one more year.
There was only one more year.
One more year. Right, that's right. Keegan was on 1 more year, and then you guys did Key and Peele. I'm going to tell you something right now. When I saw you guys on the cover of Entertainment Weekly, I literally teared up. I couldn't believe it.
I think we bought that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. Tears welled up in my eyes because imagine it's like, you're in an internment camp.
Yeah,
with somebody, and they get out. Right? Like you and I are Japanese dudes, and we're in the internment camp in the fucking 50s, right?
People are just getting shot.
Right. And I'm still in there. I'm
You
still in the internment camp. You got out. I'm in the fence. You don't see the fence?
No.
Yeah, I'm in the fence right now. Oh, dude, you don't even know what the fuck I've been doing, dude.
No, but here's the thing.
You don't even know what I've been doing, dude.
I know you got. First of all,
I play the Chuckle Fuck Factory in Idaho every weekend.
First of all, you're in love with a
That's
soulmate.
That's true.
You got a soulmate.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's already out of the internment
Yeah.
camp. And look at you got this. You got a fucking
Yeah.
dope production. You got your games. You got your fucking. You got your toys. It's like
That's
you get all
true.
that.
That's still the camp, but maybe I'm moved on to the house part of the camp or whatever.
Well, we, in all seriousness, I want to sit down. I want to you're a fucking star. I want to develop some shit. I want to figure out what it is because, dude,
Let me say something to you. Here's what I'm gonna do, man. Because Khalyla and I have an idea, but I want to say this. We've had a couple of ideas, but I did a pilot for ABC, so if that gets picked up, then that's not gonna, but it's probably not gonna get picked up.
I needed to.
Yeah, if we needed to go, we're gonna buy a house, but like,
we want to get out of here.
I wanted to get picked up, but if it doesn't get picked up,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pitch something this year.
I'd love it.
You know what I mean? and we'll go to Monkey Paw.
Can you get out of that pilot?
No.
ABC Network? Come on. You going back to network?
You know how it happened?
It fell on his lap.
I didn't even audition. They just gave it to me.
Of course.
So I just said yeah. And, I want to say this too before we end. And I might get emotional here. Don't look at me, George. Don't look at me. If you fuck me up. Yeah. I want to say this. Just give me a second.
Stay in it. Just get in it. Open that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live there. Feel that.
So I want to say this. So a year ago, things aren't going well. I need you to lock eyes with me.
Yeah,
man.
I got
That's
you.
cool. If that's cool.
Yeah,
Lock eyes with me. That's cool.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I get a call from my agent saying that you got a commercial, right?
Oh, I see.
It's like, what? I never went out for no motherfucking commercials.
Do that.
What?
Yeah.
No, you got it. And I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but it was a lot of money. It was more money than I've ever done in a year of work. Did you know that?
That's.
Anyway,
no, I didn't.
so I don't know what it was. So I showed up to the shoot. It's 3 commercials, and I see Key and Peele there,
Yeah.
And then I realized that it was it was a commercial revolved around you and Chelsea's wedding, right? Then I realized that you did it.
Yeah.
That you got me the commercial.
That's not a real cry. That's
No. When's the last time I cried?
He cries a lot, but
I do cry. But just listen. Listen. I really want to cry. I can't cry right now, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
It's all right.
All right.
I've
But I gotta
seen
just
you
say
cry.
this. And there's an old Korean tradition.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this. That when you do a fave that big for somebody, the Korean now has to kill somebody for you. So if you have a list,
it's like Arya and the guy.
Yeah,
in
Game of
right,
Thrones,
right.
yeah.
It's Game of Thrones,
Yep,
dude.
yep.
So it's like, just give me the list. Whoever it is, they'll be gone.
Wow.
Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, dude. That gesture was like, because people don't help each other in this business. They don't.
Wow.
I feel like I've gone out of my way to help people. Not just comics or whatever, right? I bring a lot of kids on the road. I give them more money than they normally get.
Yeah.
I fly them out. I do
Well, let
things.
me tell you. And
And that gesture was like almost awe-inspiring for me, because it's like it at the time I was really emotional
He
about
was
it
just not in a good place at all. I know that
I was in a weird place, dude. I was like
it came at a perfect moment where it reminded him of 2 things: that he could still work and that he had a friend, or he had an ally. And he came home and he talked about. I think we talked about it on here.
we did talk about it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, hey, and look, the
I'll suck your dick.
Sorry, I don't need all that.
No,
It's-
all right.
Just kill the person.
Don't put it in my
man.
mouth.
Kill the person. Murder,
That's
murder,
gay, 'cause
murder.
It's gay. Yeah.
But I mean, look, that was when I was a kid on Mad TV. I get in there, and you were, you had been on for a couple of years. You had money from the road.
Yeah.
You're the most generous person that I've met.
Yeah.
And you would pick up the bill, and you would, and it wasn't like you pick up the bill and be like, you get it next time. It was like every single time you pick up the bill.
Yeah.
You weren't fucking jack loaded rich.
Yeah. But
You
that's being Korean too, and it really is cultural, because in the culture, like when you are doing better than somebody else, right? Not that I was doing better than you, but I'd been around a little
absolutely were.
longer. I think I was getting paid a little bit more or whatever, and you're also younger. I mean, I helped Nicole Parker get an apartment. Little things like that.
Extreme generosity.
Yeah.
So that shit comes back.
Wow,
bro.
you hear that, kids? I mean, this is a fucking a dream weaving episode of well, we had time, my friend.
Over 50.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We're 50.
Perfect. 50 minutes.
Wow.
Question?
No, before.
We're not there yet.
No, we're not there yet. I just want to say, if you haven't seen the movie, you fucking missed out. But
You can
still see
yeah,
it.
you can still watch it.
You
You
haven't
can
missed
still
it
watch
yet.
it.
That's
And
the deadline.
the opposite.
It really,
of
it really
endorsement.
Promote this.
It really. I'm telling you right now, it really is just. It's. What, George? What's up? Oh, good. All right.
He's allowed to laugh if Gilbert laughs. Otherwise, not permitted.
You got to put Ike in the movie though. I know he's a white dude.
Yeah, well, he won't be a lead for me.
villain.
But I've been thinking that too.
Yeah.
He's good. He's fucking good in Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
He stole that whole movie.
yeah, he's great in it.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'd
I could, dude. He's always been good,
he has.
and he's a nice guy too.
He's always been good, but he every time I see him, he's better still.
Yeah,
The dude's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, something just popped in my head. You know how last week you were talking about like comic books that had like petrified shrimp that would come to life? What are those? Sea monkeys?
Oh yeah.
Wait, I don't know what they are. Can you explain to me?
She didn't know what the fuck sea monkeys were.
Yeah, I mean it's what I missed the segue on this one by the way.
There was no
There is
segue.
no
It just
segue.
popped in my head.
classic
I was
Khalyla
okay.
segue.
Okay, I'll just tell you what happened. We were at. She goes hiking with her fucking friends.
Yeah.
Like a normal fucking person.
Whatever.
No way.
I don't
Yeah,
do
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't move in that way. But
Walking.
Well,
they saw puddles and they saw these little fucking
We rescued tadpoles.
tadpoles. We saved.
So we
three-
still have
well,
some
we
here.
killed 20 of them. They all died from her fucking.
No, it didn't.
But I told her,
They
I go
ate each
back
other 'cause
back
of
in the day.
siblicide.
If you looked at a comic book,
Smiling.
at the end they would advertise these things called sea monkeys.
Yeah.
And they came dried packets.
And it would always be the cartoons would look like, you know,
Yeah.
Mac and me. You know, it was like,
Right. I love that movie.
Wait, but
that
they're
McDonald dance
they're
movie.
real
Oh, the
animals?
best.
yeah. They're actual animals. They're microscopic little animals
Shrimp?
that look like little fucking sperm or something.
They're not even. It's
They're
also
shrimp,
a
right?
new species. Did you know that?
What?
Yeah.
Like synthetically made, like made in a lab.
They're synthetically made. It's a guy that he mixed two different you know what I mean,
Like
shrimp
krill?
brine, you know?
Oh.
And
Really?
I Googled it, bro, after she said it, dude.
No, because he's been obsessed with it for the past week.
yeah, I get
and
obsessed
I still
with
don't know
it.
what they
also,
are.
I'm going to just show you a photo of them.
They should market it that way.
What do you mean?
Like Franken sperm.
Right.
Like
But,
that's I mean that it's an experiment gone wrong.
But this is what they
Look like baby.
Yeah, this is what they
it's
look.
like-
Yeah, this
And
is
have
what-
you seen the little tank that they have little
No.
they have magnifying glasses on the tank.
Oh yeah.
So you can see them.
I
But
missed this boat completely. I would have loved this as a kid.
You would have? No, you
Yeah,
wouldn't.
I
Because,
collect tadpoles from mud puddles, Bobby.
no,
yeah, but this
story
is what
checks
they
out.
look like.
Yeah, that's some alien shit.
Yeah, and a guy, I don't know how he did it, but he was a what do you call that?
Bioengineer?
A biological scientist.
Yeah.
Biologist?
Yeah, that's what they call him. Biologist.
I like the other one.
He was a biological scientist.
Biological
Yeah,
scientist.
and he created a new kind of brine, and then you could buy it anyway. That's all that. I don't know why you brought that up.
I just
but-
remember being a kid and being very disappointed that the cartoon was these like guys. It's like these monkeys with like
Yeah.
these,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
merman monkeys, and then the reality was like this little fucking
Yeah, but they look like that. If you look,
Wait, do
they
still
this
sell
is what they
these?
look like, though.
yeah. But look at the. Can you find the image of the
Right, sea
the
monkey's
cartoon?
kit. Right here we go.
The kit.
Yeah, I'll get the kit right here.
Do they still sell them? Where can I buy
I haven't
them?
seen them.
Oh gosh.
Don't it seems sort of like amoral. Like somehow it's like they're abominations.
They probably are
Yeah.
because I mean they come dried, right?
Yeah, look at
They come
Yes.
to
I
life
see what you're
only,
saying.
so they're probably like
Yeah.
larvae.
They were
and,
like, "What's up? We got hands."
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
not what they look like.
And we
God.
hang out as a family.
Yeah, they have fucking bikinis and shit.
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
yeah. There's a baby one. They're smiling.
It's such an
It's so
interpretation.
Yeah.
And it's all about selling to kids. It's like, look, this is what you're going to get.
Yeah,
And then you get home and it's these little squiggly protozoas.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. This is pretty much what they look. They had no bow ties
Wow.
or nothing.
Huh? Well, it looks like it's a weird
Looks
sex
like,
thing.
Yeah.
What we do now, Jordan, is we do a question from the internet, an email. They have it's called unhelpful advice, and so let's go.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and the 154 million man, Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
You guys can call me Luna. I'm African American, first generation American, if that helps. So I studied in medicine, and now I'm trying to get a job. I was sort of forced/brainwashed by my parents to study super hard, aim high in medicine, and now I'm waiting for the job part to happen, which can be painfully taking a long time. Now that I've finished school, the school part, the realization of the amount of misery and what the fuck am I doing feelings are creeping up on me and scaring me. As a child, I started out as a theater geek and musician, but my parents said nope to that. Now, as I get close to being 30, what can I do to stay motivated or to even live? Do what I need to do to deal with my current huge debt and still live life for me.
Oh, so if we're thinking med school and she's in debt, so she's probably in debt a good 300K.
Yikes.
If not more.
I mean, it was such an all-encompassing question. There was a biography that went along with that. I was like, let me start at the beginning. And at the end, she told her life story. At the end, it was like, what should I do?
But also, she wants to end her life, maybe too. Is that what she said?
No. That's not what she said.
Just to live.
Just to live. What does the fuck
So
that
she's
mean?
finished med school.
Wait.
She's probably waiting for a residency somewhere.
So there's no subtext of I'm suicidal because
I'm gonna read it one more. The last sentence one more time.
No, read the last
She
three
has
sentences.
all these little.
Read the last 3 sentences.
Now, as I get close to being 30, ellipses, sigh. What can I do to stay motivated? In parentheses, to live even. End parentheses.
That's okay. That right there is
So
suicide.
How do I stay motivated to live?
To live even.
Oh, okay.
and
All
then
right.
also,
I
huge
missed that.
debt and
We should probably change our tone.
No,
For this.
I will not. No, I will not.
Because she's sending a suicidal thought to your show.
It's what I do, man. Even when I was a kid, I would get parking tickets on my thing. I would just let the wind
Take them.
Yeah, it's just money.
Yeah.
I've never put anything. I know there's a lot of stress when it comes to money.
Yeah.
But I've never really. It's a fake thing to me.
Well, that's a good point, Bobby. I mean, this sounds like a typical situation where the expectation for what this person thinks a good life is supposed to be
Right.
Yeah.
is this like traditional sense of like I'm supposed to get the right job, I'm supposed to have that by 30, I'm supposed to have 3 kids, and I'm supposed to be married. But it's the real thing is, and this is where, and when I was in that 8 years ago, this idea of like, okay, I'm at my bottom. What if I could do anything? If I could look at this as an opportunity, if I could do anything with my life, what would that be? Is it playing a video? This is gonna sound like
come
it's
on,
gonna
man.
sound like I'm
Yeah, but
I'm
don't
just
do-
saying,
but
like
don't-
some people
But
like
don't do that.
I wasn't even.
I know, but
I was
but you
thinking,
looked directly at his eyeballs.
yeah, but
But
we went like we were like you're doing good. You know what I mean? And then you went
No. I didn't mean it like as a derogatory. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
mean it in
just
that.
don't do that.
Yeah, no, I
Go ahead.
shouldn't have.
Yeah,
we
go
were
ahead.
talking about video games earlier.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just don't even erase it.
that
start
makes me happy. That makes me. I
Okay,
love
good.
playing video games.
Good.
Well,
All right, thank you.
until a few years ago when I started making movies.
Don't do that either.
No, I'm just saying-
yeah. Don't do
Look.
that either. All right.
Look, but I'm saying, find what. My whole thing is follow the fun in life, right?
Yes.
Follow the joy.
And
the
also,
That's-
all that schooling you just did is not all for naught. That enhances your life one way or another. You didn't do it for nothing. So even if you enter into the arts, you're gonna have that in your arsenal, and it's it puts it's an advantageous place to be, to have all that knowledge in your bank.
But it's also, can I just say this last thing? Is that in many ways, like Jordan and I, we're dreamers. We dream of things, right? We visualize things, and we want certain things in our lives, and we look forward to these things. I really do. I wake up, like this year, I said this last week, is the best year of my career. It has been. Like I'm working more than I've ever have, and it feels good, but it's like I've always had that it's gonna happen. It's it's right around the corner, right? This positive thing. But there was a time when everything was negative, like, how am I gonna fucking pay this? I can't eat, you know what I mean? And everything just negative, right?
Yeah.
Maybe try switching. You know what? In AA, there's a saying, wear a new pair of glasses. You know, like perceive your life in a different way. Because if you focus on like the money and how much you're in debt and all this negative shit, it just piles on, right? But if you wake up a dreamer, you understand what I'm saying or no?
Wake up a dreamer.
Wake up a dreamer.
So now, do you think? I mean, I know we're wrapping up, but do you think like, do you think somebody who's like calling in is like, okay, I'm basically I've worked my whole life. I've got I hate my job. I don't like my job. I'm 30. I'm suicidal, and then here's like Jordan Peele, Bobby Lee be like, dream. Like, do you think that
No, but
that's
but we did
effective?
this every week. We get worse ones than that.
It's also called unhelpful advice for a reason.
Oh, it's unhelpful.
It's unhelpful
Yeah.
advice. So what we gave them was like an unhelpful thing.
That was what I was trying to do.
Just yeah.
The whole time.
The whole
Yeah.
time. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a tricky place to be. Also, I hate to say it, it's different. She's a woman, and it's different when you're nearing 30 for a woman than it is for a man. But for me, when I graduated nursing school, I just felt like I was putting myself deeper into a prison. Like I was buying into a trap. And here I am, like having my stepdad text me, don't be a broke millennial, and that just that's in repetition in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm living my mom's dream of finally becoming a Filipino nurse. But all that while I just felt more and more like I was in a prison.
Well, you see how the running theme also is parents, right?
Yeah.
Like parents, if parents like tell you you're supposed to be something, we internalize it and we do it. So that's probably
your
part of the
mom.
problem.
Your mom was white and she was single mom,
And she
correct?
still is.
She still is.
She still is.
Oh.
And yes.
But she was a single mom,
Yes.
and she did a great job with you. It's
did.
unbelievable with what because you don't have no brothers and sisters. You were just a kid,
That's right. I have
Did she
I have
instill
brothers and
those things?
sisters on my dad's side.
right? They don't count really.
Well, they do count. I
They do.
I
count.
didn't
They
know
are
them
people.
for very. I didn't
Right.
know them for very long. Now I know.
Yeah, but now
one
that
of
you have
them.
money and you're a huge director.
No, it's
they
not.
don't-
You know,
they-
the Peels have been very
They love
cool.
you.
Been
The
very
Peels
cool.
love you. But your mom, though, did she instill those because we had Chris D'Elia here a month ago,
Yeah.
and I remember D'Elia saying that when he was 6 and 7 years old, his dad's a producer, but he would bring Chris into the room, and Chris would make up these plays that he would make up.
Yeah.
He would do basically a stand-up set in front of them, and they would encourage it,
Yeah.
right? And it made him believe
Yeah.
that he's a funny guy and that he can do it, right? Was that much like your mom was always like, just do what you want to do, or did you go against the grain?
No, she's very much do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You'll be good at. But you know what my mom did? She was extremely creative. So I would go to in Halloween. I always had the dope costume. And she would be kind of she would, I would say what I wanted to be, and she would help me make this. Like I was a poker table for one.
Yeah.
These really creative, elaborate. I was like Castle Grayskull when I was a kid. It was like a fucking cardboard box with a glow stick in it,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
cellophane
she would
over the
make
eyes.
that.
She would make it. And it was always like
You're always
fucking-
furniture or like buildings.
I know. It was like, and they were all like ghetto too. It was like I was like a California raisin. It was a garbage bag wrapped around. But it counted. It was better than the store bought shitty costumes.
Yeah.
And I'd go to Valentine's Day, and she'd help me make Valentines for everybody in class. So there was this early idea of being creative and being thorough with the creative. I think that sunk in.
My mom is very, very different because she grew up mostly hungry. And so she didn't have, for her, it's very linear. There's no time for fun when you're hungry. So she never wants to get back to a place where she's hungry. And that's basically what it comes down to. So it's like,
She would
stay safe.
tell her what you used to do.
Well,
Like,
she
she was-
basically
she-
bred
okay,
my sister and I to be racehorses because we were swimmers.
They
We
were
were competitive
in the Philippines. Is that
We
what you
swam
call
for the
it?
national team.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so it was very,
And they used to like if you came in second,
yeah, I used to get my ass beat.
she would get
trouble,
punched in the
yeah.
face.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a very, very linear thought where it's no fun at all. Because
Right.
if you start having fun, then the food stops coming to the table.
But now
Same
Chelsea's
thing.
pregnant.
And
Can I
now-
say that?
Yes.
Can I say that? 'Cause
Wow.
you don't know that?
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, I saw it
It's
We have a
amazing.
child on the way.
on the way.
How far
And
along is she?
Chelsea Peretti, if you don't know, is one of the best
Over
stand-ups.
half. Over half. I've kind of lost.
Right. But you guys are like such funny people. I feel like you guys are gonna do the same for your kid.
Yeah, we're gonna have a fun. I mean, we have a very silly household as it is.
Are you scared?
Yeah, but no, I'm terrified. I'm terrified, but in a very good way. I was terrified for this movie as well. I know it's a very different thing, but it's one of these things where it's like I kept going like, well, if I'm not ready, then who is? How does a movie ever get
Right.
made?
God, you're teaching me so much today, man. Fuck, bro.
Well, dude, I mean, it's the same with the kids. It's like, kids have kids, like teenagers have kids.
Yeah.
They don't have shit going on. You know, they're trying to like
Fake it till you
in high
make it.
school.
That's what they used to say in AA. Fake it till you make it.
Is that's a really an AA thing?
That is an AA
That
thing.
doesn't sound like a very like positive
Yeah.
No, because-
message to.
No,
Like, how
spread.
about make it? Because
just,
you're gonna
just make it.
No, fuck you guys, because I'm gonna tell you what it means.
make it.
It's basically like if you show up, you don't know, like a lot of in AA when you're an alcoholic and you're newly sober, you don't know how to do certain things, even basic life skills, right? So they say fake it till you make it. Do it anyway, right? And then one day you'll be able to do it,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an encouraging thing. It's not like
Just
be a
continue.
false person.
Yeah.
So people don't come in talking about like, yeah, so I'm sober.
No, not that way.
They're not faking it that way.
No.
Okay, so you're
No.
not faking sobriety.
Well, I want to thank it's so weird how it all works out, huh?
It ain't
I don't
over
like
yet.
asking people to do the podcast.
I noticed that because I called you I texted you last night. Have you seen the movie yet?
Yeah.
And you responded, I love it.
Yeah,
Can you do this thing tomorrow?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
well,
the reason
what?
why, okay, I'm going to just say, when I saw the movie last week, after I got out, I was kind of in a daze of like mesmerized by it, right? And then I was like, I don't know what to say, because I don't want to give you a blowjob on the fucking thing, you know what I mean?
She gave me a blowjob when I wasn't doing shit.
I know. So I wanted to wait a couple
Yeah,
of let
yeah.
it sink in, you know what I mean? And then when you called, I go, I need to ask, you know what I mean? Because I don't like to be intrusive.
Well,
That's my thing. And
Well-
that's been my downfall. I don't like to bother people.
yeah, that is
and
it,
ask
though, because
people.
you don't bother people. People love you, Bobby.
I
You're
know,
a
I
made
know.
man. I mean, I don't know.
know,
It seems
man.
like you're uncomfortable with the love.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Look how he rejects this.
I hate it. Oh, that
He,
bothers
he,
me.
he, pu- he,
Interesting.
he pulls
Like
away.
Bill Burr, he always, because he hated the movie The Dictator, but he loved my part in it. And he always says, you're great, because he knows, he's been doing it since the movie's been, because he knows that I fucking hate when he does it. I just don't like compliments, at all. And I think that's something that I need therapy about or something,
Yeah. Well,
But if my show does not get picked up, I'm gonna come into your office and I'm gonna professionally pitch something to you,
I would love it.
to Monkey Paw. What do you think? Right? Give him a round of applause, guys.
Thank
that was
you.
wonderful. That was
Amazing.
wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now
so
we
much,
gotta
Jordan.
figure out. We gotta take a photo for the social media, and then I gotta figure out how to get you out of the fucking parking spot.
Yeah.
Because you're really close to the fucking pillar.
Pillar.
Yeah.
That's a Volvo SUV. That could
So,
take the
Guys, make sure you follow us on TigerBelly at TigerBelly on Instagram
we
and
give
on
you a
Twitter
cherry
at
in
the
a second?
TigerBelly. And also, you email us any questions at thetigerbelly@gmail.com. Make sure you go see Get Out, because it's going to be in theaters for however long. There's no deadline.
Doesn't need the pitch.
Still,
Totally killing it.
still watch it. Get to that 200 million mark.
Okay,
Yeah.
can we get a photo?